What's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a GUI in Python. So this video is actually very heavily inspired by this YouTuber. His name is Alex Lee, and I'll link it in the description below. But in 12 minutes he shows you how to make a GUI in Java, which is actually quite, a bit more difficult than if you had to make it in Python. Let's be honest. Python comes with a library built in. So let's just make a file and name it video. And this is just going to have all our stuff. So first things first, we're going to import tkinter, which is the GUI library built into Python, and then we're going to just create a root window and set the title to what did he set it in the video? I have to see where he has it open. Come on. He's not debugging the program at all. Okay, wait. Oh, that's not the... I think he names it our GUI. Yeah, our GUI right here. Okay, and yep. And this should be good enough to run. Oh, this is not it. It's this one. And here you see we have our GUI and a little window. Now that's perfect, but if I go right here, you can see that he has it on the top. So I'm just going to create a button first and a label second, and then we'll go more into customizing it like it is in his video. So I want to make a frame, so I'm going to make top half and bottom half, and both of these are just going to be frames. Oh, and then bottom half dot pack, and then side equal bottom. Okay, cool. So another thing that we can see is he has a number here. So we know already we're gonna have to have a number to be able to count. Now, oh, and also you want to send root to these functions. So we need a number to count. So we have to think about how we're going to implement the number. So I'm just going to declare it globally because it just makes it so much easier. So we're going to initialize it to 0, and then we want to make our our labels and stuff. So label is equal to, and then we're going to call the label function, and we're going to put it in the bottom half because he has the words in the bottom half and the click me on the bottom top, or well, the top half. Okay, so if you look in here, you can see what parameters it takes. Well, actually you can't right now because we've already assigned it stuff, but I know that we're gonna want some text here, and clicked, actually what does he type here? Number of clicks. Cool. and then we're going to do num, which is what we've declared our number for. Now if you go and run this, or you go try to run this, and you do like a label dot pack, don't put a star in there, you're gonna see undesired effects. We have none. So before this, we want to put an F, and you can see that this changes to like actually a variable now instead of just plain text, and there we go. Perfect. Now we want to go ahead and do our button too. So button is equal to, you guessed it, button function, and we're going to assign it to the top half, text, what does he say? Click me, okay. Oh, and this is not necessary because this doesn't have a variable in it. So there's really not a need to put the F in front. And then we need to give it a command, so pretty much a function that is going to execute. I'm going to make it on click. And the way we make functions in Python is by saying define, and then on click we do not need any parameters. We're going to make I'm not sure if this actually has any effect. I think it might, but I just know the program runs pretty much. But this is how I would do it in C++. I would declare it up here to make it a global, and then I think this changes the scope to like everywhere. So this is like outside of the function, so we can use it globally, right? So we're going to iterate number to equal itself, and then +1, so just +1. And then we're going to configure the label to say text equal F, and then you guessed it. Oh, and we forget to button pack. Whoops. And here we are. So we can see it actually looks quite like his, a little bit. And it just counts. That's pretty much it. Very similar, I would say, at least. This didn't take quite as long. If you are interested, here is all the code. I will put this in the bottom. I just on the fly changed it, the name of the thing. I changed it to something a little bit more like the Qt name for it, which I think I'm just a little bit more comfortable with. But anyways, this was how to make a GUI in Python. I hope you guys all enjoyed and learned something new. Thank you so much for watching. Hey everyone, this is just like a little bit of stuff after the video. I wanted to explain my code a little bit more in case anyone is a bit more novice or beginner. So pretty much line 1, you don't really need to know. tkinter is just the library that is built in to Python. So if I go over to my command line and I go here and I type Python, I don't think I need to type Python 3 because that is only like on Unix, but you can see here, oh my god, what the heck, you can see here that I'm now in Python, and if I type exit, I will leave the Python. Yeah, so that's how you can check if it's like installed on your system. But all you need to know is that Python comes with tkinter. So if I do import tkinter, it will work. It won't give me an error and be like, oh yeah, I don't know what tcenter is. So this is just initializing a number to 0. So I'm saying I want a variable named num. I want to create this, and I want it to have value 0. Okay, this is a function we're going to skip for now. This just creates our window, and then the root.title is accessing the root, it's setting the title, and it's changing it to our GUI, which if you have a title bar, like which I do, then it's at the top part, and it changes the name. And then you have like, right, like minimize, maximize, and exit. I think ours is how they go, right? And then so this next part is just like organizing how the program looks, because he had it at the top, so that's how I knew I wanted to put it at the top, because I was trying to replicate this, right? But pretty much you can just think of this as zoning, right? So I'm saying I want to divide it in, oh my gosh, hello? Okay, I'm saying I want this half, you know, top half, and then bottom half, right? I'm dividing them in zones. And the reason I don't say top half goes to the top is because when I put bottom half to the bottom, top's just gonna pretty much do its own thing. So next, the labels. When you call a label, you give it the name. So if I wanted to call the label name, I would be name equals, and then the label function. I assign it into the bottom half frame. I set the text, and then this is just a reference to the variable, which is 0 right now, by the way. And then button, pretty much the same thing, except it's a button and not a label, which is just text, right? So the button says click me, and I assign it to do the command on click whenever you click the button. Pretty simple. Both these commands pack to the screen. Pretty much you can just think of packing as like actually drawing to the screen, right? I say what I want it to be, like I make a window, but it's no good if I don't draw it to the screen, which is what the pack does. And then the main loop pretty much keeps the program from exiting, because it's not actually really doing anything. If I want, like, it doesn't know how long I want the window to keep open, so this will just keep it open until I click the X, right? And then it will exit. So now back to the function. So when I click the button, I'm going to call this function, right? I make global a variable, or I make num a global variable. I set num to itself, so let's say num right now is 0. 0 is equal to 0 plus 1 num. Therefore num is equal to 1. And num is 1, so num, the next time I click the button, is equal to 1 plus 1. There you go. Pretty simple stuff. Alright guys, I hope you learned something new. And yeah, Python's pretty neat. You can do a lot of stuff very easily. So that'll be it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much